Down on, woo, look at that guy there. Let's pay attention here. Well, welcome back, everybody. So like I said, we just got done putting a new rear tire and a new chain on the GS500. So yeah, you don't want that. And the tire's pretty wore out and squared off anyway. Ooh, shiny new tire. Giving the GS500 some love. Trick I learned on the interwebs. God bless the interwebs. Oh, ain't that just something? Yeah. Let's finish this up and go for a ride. And I wanted to talk about another purchase I made while I was at the Nationwide Motorcycle Supply Store. You guys probably know the one. They're kind of ubiquitous everywhere. I don't really need to mention them by name, but our local one treats us pretty well. I was going there to buy a new tire, buy a new chain, and I was really curious about armored pants, because that's one area that my gear is severely lacking. Yeah, something I should have bought a long time ago. So yeah, like most people out there, I'm a jean guy. I'm a jean guy, and that's what I'm riding in all the time. So you know, the best option for me seemed to be a pair of armored jeans. And as I'm sure many of you have seen, those things are like, yeah, $200 just to get your foot in the door, and that's just with a little bit of abrasion protection, you know, usually in the butt and maybe a little bit on your knees, and that is it. $200, one pair of pants. And I'm like, man, you know, if I'm gonna go on a trip and I'm gonna be riding a couple days, I really don't want to be wearing the same pair of jeans, and I really don't want to spend $200 a pop on buying 2 or 3 of them. So I'm like, you know, I need to get over that hang up and just buy them. So I went in there and like, all right, let's see what you got. And you know, like I said, these guys are awesome. So the guy goes over, he's like, well, let me show you something else. And he takes me over and he shows me their Icon Field Armor is what they're calling them. So he shows me these things, and instantly I'm like, yes, absolutely. Shut up and take my money. So yeah, let's talk about what they are a little bit. We call them compression pants. They do fit pretty snug, as designed. But here I've been riding for a good half hour or so, and after the kind of initial weirdness of putting them on the first time, I don't even know they're there. The fit for me is that good. You know, initial fit for me was just a tiny bit snug, but again, after a little bit of riding, don't notice them at all. I think it's an absolutely perfectly good fit for me, or somebody with a 38 to 40 inch waist with the extra larges. Yeah, and as far as what they are, so yeah, they're impact and abrasion resistant Under Armour. These particular ones, they have so all the pads, they're all, at least I'm assuming, at least from just the look of them, there is some impact and definitely abrasion resistant pads. There are 2 pretty small ones on each butt cheek. There's it's a fairly small, probably about a 3x4 inch one for your tailbone. There's some pretty massive ones on the either side of your hip, probably about the same size as like a 6x9 speaker. There are some, you just kind of feel around here. Let's see, yeah, there are some kind of smaller, maybe like a 2x4 over your thigh. There's about like a 2x3, 2x4 on the outside of your knees, and then there's about like a 3 by 8 to 10 over the front of your knees. So, you know, it really hits all the points that you might hit. And I was really glad to see that, you know, because most of the jeans out there that I've seen anyway are, you know, butt, maybe some side on your hips, and then knees, obviously, and that seemed to be about it. So these definitely seem to have a lot more points that they cover. Really glad for that, and super glad about just being able to, you know, wear them underneath anything that I want to wear. And one thing to note, well, two things to note actually. So the protection on the side of your hips also kind of extends to, they're basically right underneath where the front pockets of your jeans are. And if you're anything like me, where I'm kind of OCD about the whole cell phone keys, wallet, and watch thing, you know, I'm always I like having that feel through my pockets, so I can kind of feel what's in my pockets. You know, cell phone, keys, wallet, watch, gotta have them. But anything in your front pockets, there is literally zero feeling at all, which again is really kind of a good thing. Aside from the OCD, you know, if that's one of your things, you just have to, you know, put your hands in your pockets from time to time and pay a little closer attention that way. But it's also going to give you a layer of protection in between your keys and your skin. And that's one thing I've always been really concerned about, because I got a pretty big bundle of keys on me. It's definitely not something I want to be shoving into my upper thigh if I take a tumble on this thing. So really happy about that. Really glad to have that protection there and that peace of mind. And then the second thing is the you know, just when you're kind of up walking around, the pads over your knees, they extend below your kneecaps by a good 3-4 inches at least. So yeah, like sitting up and standing down, you know, you notice that something's there. Walking around a little bit, you notice that something's there. But aside from that, on the bike, I don't notice them one single bit. I think that's fantastic. I think they really nailed the fit and finish and getting the protection in the key spots that they need to be in. I think they're fantastic, and I don't know if they were available years ago, but if they were, I should have bought them years ago. Absolutely fills a need for me. So anyway, yeah, I think we're gonna leave it off there. Thank you guys again for watching. I hope you got something out of that, and I hope you enjoyed the ride.